This is the Entertainment Execution Lair podcast. And this episode is gonna be supremely stupid. Now, yesterday, I talked about the Munsters trailer, and I talked about The Walking Dead. Both dumb. But this one has it beat. Oh yeah. Now, I was going through the website Bloody Discussing earlier today, and I came across this gem. I actually had to double check to see if this was full of shit or not, and well, it turns out that it isn't. In fact, the film itself has an IMDb listing. And here it goes. Amityville in space. Yeah, you heard that one right. Amityville in space. The house goes to space. Who the hell thought that this would be a good idea to make? And you know what? I'd like to know who actually funded this, because I have a few projects that I want to make myself. And if they're dumb enough to give money to that project, then you know what? Anything is fair game in my book. Hell, the movies I want to make will never ever even come close to being as bad as Amityville in space. And this is the actual description of the film on IMDb. The ultimate battle against the Amityville curse begins after the infamous murder house is exorcised from Earth and reappears in outer space. That's literally the description. It's like, who the hell came up with this? I told you this was going to be dumb. And there it is. And the director is Mark Palnia. And he's also the writer, so he's doing double duty. I wouldn't be surprised if he's actually the producer too. The house was exorcised off of Earth. I hope this guy is exorcised out of the film industry for making something this fucking stupid. I mean, Jesus, I thought it was bad when they actually made Titanic 2. And yes, that's an actual film too. I saw it. Mark Palnia. Yeah. Looking at the cast, yeah, we have a real heavy bunch of Oscar contenders here. Yeah, right. And as I speak, I found two other Amityville horror films. Amityville Horror in the Hood and Amityville Horror Reinsurgence. Did someone lose the right to this film, or is it just flat out in the public domain now? Because how many shitty Amityville horror films could come out within a 2-year period? Seriously, what the hell's going on here? What next? Amityville goes to Las Vegas? Why not? The Leprechaun films did that. Las Vegas, space, the Hood. How about Amityville takes a cruise, just like Jason Voorhees did in Jason Takes Manhattan? Why not? Here's Amityville in Space's tagline. Screams go unheard in space. It should be Screams go unheard because no one's gonna watch this film to begin with. Alright, so Rob Hochschild produced this film. Solo producer, so he can take a lot of credit for this shit. This is a little bit of his producing credits. Apex Predators 2 The Spawning, Mega Ape, Quakesaurus, Space Sharks, Ted Bundy Had a Son, Fortress of Sin, and to round this up, Sharkula. Oh wait, by the way, he did Amityville in the Hood as well. Yeah, alright, so this really explains why this film is shit, and it's because he's a wannabe schlock slinger. Alright, here's another one he did. Sharkenstein. Amityville Clown House. Yeah, it seems as though that this guy just makes movies to make movies. I would put him right down there with Lloyd Kaufman of Troma, and lacking the charm of Roger Corman and Charles Band. God, I think that my IQ dropped a couple points just knowing that this movie exists now. That's right, Amityville Horror in space. And well, this film was tied into an article also featuring Jordan Peele's Nope, which is basically what I'm going to say to his movie. Nope. Sorry. But then again, I have a basic rule now. If it wasn't made before like 1995, I have absolutely no interest in watching it. Movies today are just basically well-polished turds. Well, except for this one. Amityville in Space isn't even a well-polished turd. It's just a turd. I mean, seriously, where the hell did they find the money to make this film? Amityville in Space. I have to keep saying that name because it's so ridiculous and asinine. Oh boy. I just watched the exclusive final trailer for Amityville in Space. And oh shit. I didn't think that this film could have been any worse as the way I described it. But boy, was I wrong. This thing reached an entirely new level of suckage. I mean, can you imagine the fresh-faced actors who are involved in this project getting that part? Being excited that they're involved in a film project, and then they see the final product, and then they go home and cry because they realize that their entire career is just completely smoked out now because of this mess. I'm guessing that there's not going to be too many people involved in this that are going to be putting this film on their demo reel or their resume. In fact, I think that they're going to sweep this shit heap of a mess under the rug. Well, thank you for listening to this supremely stupid topic. I think I'm going to go and pretend that I never ever heard of Amityville in Space. This has been the Entertainment Execution Lair podcast. And until next time, find something a little bit better to watch than Amityville Horror in Space. See you later.